Hello, literature lovers. Welcome to Litwit Club. Hope you all are doing great. And today we will continue our mock test series on UP PGT 2025. So let's begin. So the very first question is who was the father of poetry in English literature? So whether it is John Gower, William Langland, Geoffrey Chaucer, or Beowulf. So it is Geoffrey Chaucer. The War of Roses took place during the period 1380 to 1410, 1400 to 1430, 1455 to 1485, or 1425 to 1455. So it took place between 1455 to 1485. John Wycliffe is called the morning star of Renaissance, the morning star of Reformation, the morning star of Romanticism, or the morning star of Classicism. So, John Wycliffe is known as the morning star of Reformation. Spenser has been hailed as the poet's poet by W. H. Pater, Charles Lamb, Matthew Arnold, John Ruskin. So, he was hailed as a poet's poet by Charles Lamb. Now, you have to tell me who is other poet who is also known as poet's poet. The first authorized version of King James Bible appeared in 1611, 1612, 1613, or 1614. So it appears in 1611. The restoration of Charles II took place in 1655, 1660, 1665, or 1670. So it took place in 1660. The repetition of vowel sounds in words very close to each other is found in assonance, metaphor, apostrophe और antithesis. So it is found in assonance. जब यहाँ पे consonant रहेगा तो वो alliteration होता है. Rascals and rugs ran a race round and round the rugged rock. Now we were talking about alliteration, assonance, alliteration, apostrophe or antithesis. So here it is alliteration. As I told you कि consonant sounds जो है वो बार बार repeat होंगे. Like यहाँ पे र sound जो है वो बार बार repeat हो रहा है. So that's why it is an alliteration. Talent is an adornment. An adornment is also a concealment. So whether it is assonance, alliteration, antipolysis or antithesis. So it is an antipolysis. जहां पे हम एक वर्ड को दूसरे से कनेक्ट करते हैं फिर दूसरा वर्ड जो है वो तीसरे से कनेक्ट होता है ना. टैलेंट इज अडॉर्नमेंट, फिर अडॉर्नमेंट इज कंसीलमेंट. सो एक वर्ड दूसरे वर्ड को चेन के फॉर्म में होता है तो उसी को हम एंटिपोलोसिस कहते हैं. ओ फेम, if I ever took delight in thy praises. So whether it is assonance, alliteration, antipolysis or apostrophe. So when we are addressing any dead human or any abstract idea, something like that, so वहां पे हम apostrophe use करते हैं. To gossip is a fault, libel a crime, to slander is a sin. So यहाँ पे आप देख पा रहे हो fault, ठीक है, फिर then crime, then sin. तो कोई चीज बहुत ज्यादा क्लाइमेक्स पे जा रहा है. सो उससे नाम से ही देख सकते हो क्या हो सकता है, climax or alliteration or antipolysis or apostrophe. So here you will find पहले वो fault कर रहा है, फिर वो crime हो रहा है, फिर वो sin हो जा रहा है. So that is climax. किसी चीज का climax है वो. Is this the phase that launched 1,000 ships and burned the topless towers of Illuminum? So whether it is climax, hyperbole, antipolysis और apostrophe. So यहाँ पे क्या वो यही फेस है जिसने हजारों शिप्स को लॉन्च किया था और उसने टावर्स को जलाया था. सो ये कहने कहीं एक अतिशयोक्ति है ना, exaggeration है. So there it is a hyperbole. From where these lines have been taken and who is the speaker? We are such stuffs as dreams are made on. Our little life is rounded with a sleep. So whether it is Macbeth in Macbeth, Hamlet in Hamlet, or Twelfth Night Malvolio, or Tempest Prospero. So it is said by Prospero and Tempest. Now ये लाइंस अक्सर बच्चे कंफ्यूज होते हैं, मैकबेथ मार देते हैं, तो ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है कि ये प्रोस्पेरो ने बोला है और टेम्पेस्ट में बोला है, ना कि मैकबेथ ने मैकबेथ में बोला है। बिकॉज वहां पे भी एक लाइन आता है कि स्लीप नो मोर, मैकबेथ हैज किल्ड स्लीप, समथिंग लाइक दैट। तो स्लीप से हम उसको मैकबेथ को कोरिलेट कर लेते हैं, बट यहाँ पे प्रोस्पेरो है, ये याद रखना। Which drama of Shakespeare has no prose at all, so-called lyrical tragedy? Whether it is Twelfth Night, Henry IV Part 1, Richard II, or Cymbeline. So it is Richard II, which is not written in prose at all. It is a lyrical tragedy. Who speak the following lines? I am a man more sinner against than sinning. Whether it is Hamlet, Macbeth in Macbeth, King Lear in King Lear, or Othello in Othello. So it is King Lear from King Lear. Who speaks the following lines in King Lear? The younger rises when the old doth fall. Whether it is King Lear, Edgar, Edmund, or Regan. So it is said by Edmund. The rest is silence. These are the last words of before his death in Shakespeare. तो किसके डेथ से पहले की ये लाइन है, वो आ, जो कैरेक्टर है वो खुद कहता है कि द रेस्ट इज साइलेंस, whether it is Caesar, Macbeth, Hamlet, or Lear. So it is said by Hamlet. Who is the writer of descriptive sketches? Whether it is John Milton, William Shakespeare, John Galsworthy, or William Wordsworth. So it is written by Wordsworth. Who has written Ruth? Whether it is Milton, Shakespeare, Galsworthy, or Wordsworth. So it is also written by Wordsworth. The line, one impulse from a vernal wood, has been taken from Table Turned, Tintern Abbey, The World is Too Much with Us, or Ode to Duty. So it is taken from The Tables Turned. Shelley dedicated one of his works to His Excellency Prince Alexander Mavrocordato, late Secretary for Foreign Affairs to the Hospodar of Wallachai. Name of the work was The Wandering Jew, Hellas, Queen Mab, or Mont Blanc. So it is Hellas. The following lines forms a part of Shelley's from होना चाहिए यहाँ पे basically. The world is a weary of the past. Oh, might it die or rest at last? So whether it is from Wandering Jew, Hellas, Queen Mag, or Mont Blanc. So it is from Hellas. Shelley regarded one of his work as least imperfect. In, in a June 5, 1821 letter to John and Maria Gisborne, Shelley wrote about the work. It is a highly wrought piece of art, perhaps better in point of composition than anything I have written. The work was Adonis, Hellas, Queen Mab, or Mont Blanc. So he talks about this for Adonis. His face, when he repeats his verses, hath, is, hath its ancient glory, and archangel a little damage. This words Lamb wrote about Coleridge in a letter to Wordsworth, a letter to Coleridge, a letter to Shelley, or a letter to Southey. So it is for a letter to Wordsworth. Riddle of destiny. Who can show me what thy short visit mean, or know what thy enraged here blow? The above lines are from Hester or on an infant dying as soon as born, old familiar faces or Saturn. So it is from on an infant dying as soon as born. The greatest pleasure I know is to do a good action by stealth and to have it found out by accident. Who said? Whether it is Lamb, Sally, Wordsworth, or Coleridge. So it is said by Lamb. Riches are chiefly good because they give us time. Who said? Lamb, Sally, Wordsworth, or Coleridge. So it is also said by Lamb. Which ode of Keats is incomplete? Ode to Maia, to Nightingale, Endymion, or Ode to Psyche? So Ode to Maia is incomplete. On whose tombstone these words engraved as an epitaph? Here lies whose names was written water, whether it is Keats, Shelley, Arnold, or Wordsworth. So it is written on the tombstone of Keats as an epitaph. The other title of Keats' Isabella is the pot of basil, the pot of water, the pot of flour, or none of these. So it is the pot of basil. Of the following, Tennyson wrote The Cup, Stratford, The Sisters, or both well. So the Cup is written by Tennyson. There lies more faith in honest doubt, believe me, than in half the creeds. These lines occur in Idylls of the King, Moretti author, Ulysses, or In Memoriam. So it is In Memoriam. The number of stanzas in Tennyson's In Memoriam is 111, 122, 125, or 131. So it is 131. Yet fill my glass, give me one kiss, my own sweet Alice. We must die. There's somewhat in this world amiss shall be unriddled by and by. The above lines are taken from The Miller's Daughter, Maud, Tithonus, or The Princess, and it is from Maud, who wrote the elegy on the sinking of Titanic, the convergence of the twin. Hardy, Shaw, Yeats, or Eliot. So this poetry is written by Thomas Hardy. To discover evil in a new friend is to most people only an additional experience. The above lines are taken from Desperate Remedies, A Pair of Blue Eyes, Judah Obscure, or Two on a Tower. So it is from Desperate Remedy by Thomas Hardy. With all, the beautiful things of the earth become more dear as they elude pursuit, but with some nature utters illusions is the one special event which will make a passing love permanent forever. The above lines are taken from Desperate Remedies, A Pair of Blue Eyes, Jude the Obscure, or Two on a Tower. So it is also from Desperate Remedies. Which of the following author adopted two blind Muslim children? Irshad Ahmed and Imtiaz Ahmed, Nazim Ezekiel, Iron Tiger, Raja Rao, or Kamla Das. So they are adopted by Kamla Das. I was traveling in a car from the Malabar to Kochi. I start the journey at 5:45 a.m. I looked at the rising sun. Surprisingly, it had the color of a setting sun. I traveled with me, and at 7 a.m. it turned white. It just dawned on me the beautiful wonders of Allah. Finally, I got the message. I embraced Islam. Who said? So whether it is Kamala Das, K.N. Daruwala, Khushwant Singh or Salman Rushdie. So it is Kamala Das who after embracing Islam said these words. The Lost Child of Narayan says short story, essay, critical work or novel. So it is a short story. The Tractor and the Corn Goddess is short story, essay, critical work or novel. So it is a short story. In critical ideas, Ezekiel is mainly influenced by T.S. Eliot, Dr. Johnson, Relicky or I.A. Richards. So he is influenced by T.S. Eliot. Which of the following is a work of Ezekiel? A Time to Change, Rug Passage, Summer or none of above? So it is A Time to Change. We love the things we love for what they are. The lines are is taken from Hyla Brook, Acquainted by the Night, Dust of Snow or Directive. So it is taken from Hyla Brook. You are searching for things that don't exist. I mean beginnings. And in beginnings, there are no such things. There are only middles. The above lines are from Mountain Interval, Precaution, Come In, or Directive. So it is from Directive. Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue is to hold, her early leaves a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsided to leave, so Eden sank to grief, so dawn goes down to day. The above lines are taken from Nothing Gold Can Stay, the gift outright, stopping by words or fire and ice. So it is from Nothing Gold Can Stay. Adam and Eve appear, then their myriad progeny after them, wandering, wearing, curious, with restless explorations. The above lines are from O Captain, My Captain, The Sleepers, Passage to India, or The Wound Dresser. So it is from Passage to India. Nature and man shall be disjoined and diffused no more. The true Son of God shall absolutely fuse them. The above lines are from O Captain, My Captain, The Sleepers, The Passage to India, or The Wound Dresser. So it is from Passage to India. Weep not, child, weep not, my darling. With these kisses, let me remove your tears. These lines are from O Captain, My Captain, The Sleepers, On the Beach at Night, The Wound Dresser. So it is from On the Beach at Night. Hemingway's In Our Time is a collection of short stories, a novel, a trilogy, or a, an essay. So it is a collection of short stories. Indian Camp is Hemingway's famous novel, short story, travelogue, or memoir. So it is a short story. Nick Adams is a famous character in short story, Green Hills of Africa, Movable Feast, The Garden of Eden. So it is from a short story. Which work was left incomplete because Hemingway's sudden death? Island in the Stream, A Movable Feast, The Garden of Eden, The Dangerous Summer. So it is The Garden of Eden. What is the name of the children's grandmother who dies when they are young? So this is from Sound and Fury, and the name of the grandmother is Granny or Mama or Oma or Dumdy. So children call her Dumdy. What type of store does Jason Campson work? Where is farm supply store, department store, feed store or grocery store? So he work in a farm supply store. Samson Agonist is a tragedy based on Sophocles' model, Dante's model, Homer's model, or none of these. So it is based on Sophocles' model. The following lines are taken from Nothing is here for tears, nothing to wail or knock the breast, no weakness, no contempt, dispraise or blame, nothing but wail and fear. So whether it is from Samson Agonis, Lacidius, Camus or Paradise Regained. So it is from Samson Agonist. Caxton Press was established in 1475, 1476, 1477 or 1478. So it is in 1476. The phrase sentimental melancholy is associated with Thomas Gray, Coleridge, Robert Burns, or John Keats. So it is associated with Thomas Gray. Cadman and Cinewolf are Anglo-Saxon poets, Romantic poets, Elizabethan poets, or Victorian poets. So both are Anglo-Saxon poets. Now from here grammar section starts. So you have to fill the blank with appropriate options from 61 to 66 question. We dash dinner at the park hotel yesterday. Had eaten, ate, were eating or got. So it is we ate dinner at the park hotel yesterday. Geeta dash 100 times every day. Skip, skips, skipped or skipping. So it is a kind of habit, so it is skips. He says he is not dash for the job of a doctor. Cut up, cut off, cut down or cut out. So he is cut out. Dash the boy returned to his village. Shall, will, was, sent. So it is will the boy return to the village? Songs dash sung in his memory. Is, were, had or been. So it is songs were sung in his memory. He dash sitting beside a river. Shall find is saw is find was found. So he was found sitting beside the river. Choose the appropriate meaning for the given idioms. From 67 to 69 question. Here is the idiom give up the ghost. So what is the meaning of this? To make false appearance, to die, to leave useless pursuits, to terrify others by acting in a suspicious manner. So it is to die. Will of the wisp. To act in a childish way, to have desire unbacked by efforts, anything that eludes or deceives. Hearing of the spirits. So it is anything that eludes or deceives. To be vacant in upper story, to be feeble-minded, to indulge in meaningless imaginative flights, to have the upper portion of the house empty, not keeping anything in the upper story of the house. So it is to be feeble-minded. Choose the option that has an error. So whether none of these man was there when I had reached the place or no error is there. So it is there is no error. This sentence is correct. He has a special room for test tubes into which he sleeps at odd times or no error is there. So the incorrect one part is into which he sleeps at odd times. Next question. Hardly had he returned than he saw called out again by the officer or no error. So the incorrect portion is then he was. The king with the rest of the royal family were present at the ceremony or no error is there. So option C has some error. The 10 first pages of the book were missing when I bought it. So here in the first option there is a error. Choose the appropriate synonyms for the given word. Impromptu. So there is offhand, extempore, hat or loth, mean or direct. So it is offhand and extempore. Incongruous, absurd and divergent, indigenous or native, fruitless or futile, obscure or hidden. So it is absurd and divergent. Immunity, acronomy or bitterness, protection and freedom, accustomed to or devoted, near or contagious. So it is protection and freedom. Elegant, defer and postpone, refined and graceful, chide and rebuke, misfortune and hardship. So it is refined and graceful. Enigmatic, puzzling and perplexing, opulence and wealth, alertness or readiness, calm and alienative. So it is puzzling and perplexing. Choose the appropriate one word for the following expression. So there is one word substitution. So that which stay for a long time. Durable, anatomy, anthropology or demography. So it is durable. Speech without preparation. Obstetrician, extempore, rustic or ballad. So it is extempore. The life history of a person written by himself, whether it is flora, legitimate, autobiography or ontology. So it is autobiography. The quality of being spendthrift, unintelligible, abrogate, palpable or parsimony. So it is parsimony. The scientific study of history and development of language, whether it is philology, fatal, euthanasia or palpable. And the answer is philology. Choose the correct uh, spelling. You have to choose the correct spelling. So what is the spelling of pituitary? Pituitary gland basically. So right spelling is this one. Now the situation. So this is the right spelling, B option. Sonorous, this is the correct one. Next is supercilious. So this is the correct one. Quintessence की spelling क्या होगी सही? So it is option number A. Now choose the option that shows the correct use of proverbs. So यहाँ पे एक proverb है जिसके चार options दिए हुए हैं जो कि सबसे appropriate कौन सा है? Whether it is action speak louder than words, action speaks louder than words, actions speak louder than word, or actions speak louder than phrases. So the correct one is actions speak louder than words. All are not saints that go to the church. Whether it is correct, or all are not saints that go to church, or all are not saints that visit church, or all are not saints that run to church. So it is all are not saints that go to church. All the cats are grey in the dark. All of the cats are grey in the dark. All cats are grey in the dark, or all cats are grey in the evening. And the answer is all cats are grey in the dark. All is well that ends on well. All is well that ends into well. All is well that ends in well. or all is well that ends well. So it is all is well that ends well. All that glitters is not gold. All that glitters are not gold. All their glitters are not gold. All the glitters are not gold. So answer is all that glitters is not gold. Choose the correctly punctuated sentence. So here is the sentence and there are the four possible options for the correct punctuation. You have to choose the correct one. So for this one, option A is correct, punctuated. Now here you have to choose the compound sentence for the given simple sentence. So here this sentence, the to his eternal disgrace, he betrayed his country. So here it is in simple sentence. We have to make it in the compound. And the correct one is he betrayed his country and this was to his eternal disgrace. Now, beside robbing the poor child, he also murdered her. So the correct one is he not only murdered the poor child but also murdered her. He must work very hard to win the first prize. And the correct option is he must work very hard or he will not win the first prize. He must not attempt to escape or on pain of death. So the correct option is he must not attempt to escape or he will be put to death. Notwithstanding his hard work, he did not succeed. So the correct option is he worked hard yet he did not succeed. So this for today's video, and you can also join us on Telegram for daily quizzes. The link is given in the description box. Thanks for watching. मिलते हैं next video में.